Aloha everyone! Welcome back to Mystic Movement Astrology, navigating the stars with our feet on the ground. I'm your host, Lena Love. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the astrological climate as of today and into the weeks ahead. You may know that we are approaching a full moon in Pisces on September 1st. This full moon will be occurring around midnight, early morning, September 1st, Hawaii time. So this is a Monday night, early Monday morning, that we're going to be feeling this energy at its peak. Okay, this will be happening a little later into the morning, the further you move east, so California time and East Coast time will be later morning, and in Europe it will be around midday on September 1st, Labor Day. So September 1st is really a big starting period for us. It signifies an end to the summer and a beginning of fall. And what happens in the fall is leaves start to shed and we start to let go of the harvest. The harvest, things come to fruition in the fall. This is the work of the summer, the labors of the summer. So this is a positive time if we choose to use this with our intention and our awareness, as I've spoke of before. Now, what does a full moon in Pisces mean? When we think about full moons, we think about letting go. We think about shedding the past. So they come and it culminates. The moon comes in cycles of 30 days. And full moons are a culmination of energy. And so what we've been working on throughout this whole lunar cycle comes to this point of actualization, of realization. And in that process, we get this distillate of understanding. And everything else that was clouding our awareness, that was in consideration before, and we weren't sure whether this was true or false, it's an opportunity to see clearly what to let go so that we can move forward into the next cycle refreshed. So Virgo season, we have Sun in Virgo right now. Virgo season is very much about this cleaning, purifying, ordering our lives. So Virgos kind of get associated with that archetype of being very fastidious, of being very particular, of needing to clean things in a very systematic, orderly fashion, of loving activities like vacuuming or purging. This could be a great time to do a cleanse, right? For your body, for your mind. This is a time, full moon in Pisces, so contrasting this Sun in Virgo, they're near an opposition. So integrating these two polar concepts involves Pisces letting go of some of those dreams, ideals, fantasies, illusions, delusions that might be telling us a story that is not helping us to move on and to create something real with our lives. So letting go of these Piscean elements can be coming to a realization of what really is true about you and about your reality and about the world right now. And this can be painful, this disillusionment. And meanwhile, we have Mercury, which is the planet that's ruled by Virgo, opposite Neptune, which is the planet that's ruled by Pisces. So this aspect, this polarity is echoed in that relationship as well. So I think of this time as a great time to release any negative old habits that are holding us back and to embrace practices. Virgo is about practices, work, discipline, routines. So by implementing new routines and practices, we can let go of those habits that are holding us back. And I mean this in a physical way, in the way that we order our lives. So this realization at the new moon could be, I've been doing something in the same way and I'm expecting a change in my results, but that's not really coming. So this is a time that's really pushing us to try in a new way, to change. Mercury is all about change. It's that mutable earth sign. So these are mutable energies. Pisces is mutable water. So this mutable time can feel sometimes a little confusing because it's so changeable, but it's also a wonderful, malleable time to reinvent yourself, to restore yourself, to reinvigorate your purpose. Maybe you are on a certain path that was inspired by this vision or this ideal or this desire or this fantasy, and now you're starting to see that it was something of a mirage. Now is the time to change course or adjust your vision to suit your reality. This meanwhile, we also have Mars squaring Pluto and Saturn. So our desires, our need to move forward with our will and our purpose is being thwarted by the restrictions and this pressure from Pluto. So it's like we want to drive at 80 miles an hour right now, but there's a speed limit. That's what Saturn is limits and restrictions. And meanwhile, we have Venus in Cancer opposing that. So Venus being our values, our need to experience pleasure, to experience joy in life. And we're very much wanting that nurturing, that comfort, that stability, that caring of Cancer. And that's being opposed by all of these planets in Capricorn, and most specifically Pluto. So we're wanting so much from the outside world right now that is simply impossible. So Pluto being the planet of transformation, this is a time where we can really just flip that script. Everything that you are seeking outside of yourself to pull in to your experience, to give you what you need, you have to turn your gaze around and look within and see, how can I create this for myself? Right? So it's like Venus in Cancer is like that child that came home from a bad day at school and just wants mom to hug him and to like make him his favorite meal, and he has to wait because mom's at work late and she's not going to make dinner until later, and she's probably not going to be in the mood to listen to everything that he has to say, and his dad is making him take out the trash and clean the gutters and sit with his pain. You know, that's kind of what we're going through right now. Our inner child wants to be seen, wants to be loved, wants to be nurtured, wants to be told everything's going to be okay. But until we can get there, we've got to sort through all the shit. On a collective level and on an individual level, we have to... The stuff is coming up right now. That's what Virgo season is about. It's about purging. And so it's a time, this full moon in Pisces, to let it go. Because there's a temptation to kind of push it back down, to kind of say, oh, this is coming up, this is uncomfortable, I don't even want to look at it, I don't want to deal with it, let me just swallow this. And then you're sitting with it into the next cycle. So really, this is an opportunity for us to empty our vessel, to empty our bodies, empty our minds, to plant seeds of new beliefs, seeds of new habits that are going to ensure our health and inner personal stability in the long term. It might be attractive, this opportunity or this new relationship or this new job or all of these, Neptune in that delusive way can sometimes be that shiny object syndrome. Like the thing from outside is going to be the thing that changes everything for you and just solves all of your problems. And that's really the red herring in this. It's not true. So now is really a time for us to go within. And again, we have this North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sag. So coming up to this full moon where we're having this awareness of these patterns, these physical, mental, emotional patterns that were based on this fantasy, this ideal that had characterized our life maybe even for years. And now we're having the opportunity to see that and to let that go. And it's hard, but it's so powerful, because when we stop giving our energy to these old stories, then we can start to see new results, have new inspirations. So saying mantras at this time is a great way to work with this energy, and affirmations. So finding out, writing down, journaling is also a very mercurial skill and quality for using this Virgo time, writing with the hands, working with the hands, and putting into practice what it is we're perceiving happening on an inner level. And when we write down the things that we say to ourselves, then we can really peel back that veil of, okay, what is the belief that's powering this? If I'm telling myself, like, I'm disappointed in myself, okay, what is the belief that's behind that? I'm never good enough, or I never do it right, or I never do it perfect. The shadow of Virgo season can be this hypercritical nature. So we all have these 12 signs within us. So sometimes at this time of the year when the sun is in Virgo and now we have Mercury in Virgo, our mind is in Virgo, it can mean a critical mind. It can mean that we're actually stalling ourselves from moving forward with these habits of self-criticism. So how to turn that into an affirmation in the positive. I'm doing the best I can. I am growing and bettering myself every day. I am enough. I am intelligent. I am creative. I am living the life of my dreams. All of these affirmations start to change the way that we see the world when we change the way that we talk to ourselves. So I really wanted to share this with you because it's very much a part of my own work right now. I'm doing this Artist Way 30-day challenge. So I'm doing this inner work to flip the script on what's blocking me creatively. And the process has been really, really inspiring so far and really empowering. And so I invite you to find some kind of challenge or practice like that you can do that can give you the support that you need. Because sometimes we need that when we're doing this inner work. It's hard to hold yourself accountable every day. It's nice to work with a coach or a mentor, or to have that built-in program that someone has already created, that just like Virgos like, the order and those steps, they guide you and they keep you on track. So now is the time to really put yourself on a new track that's going to have you be putting in the work a little bit every day, and that's going to bring you to a new result, to a greater fruit this fall. So I really hope that you will take this opportunity at the Pisces moon to let go any of that stale and stagnant mental and emotional energy, and to really make some space for some newness in your life. It could be physically purging clutter in your house. It could be, journaling and figuring out what thoughts need to go in your mind and turning them into affirmations. It could be joining my 30-day yoga challenge that I'm starting on the new moon at September 1st. Sorry, it's 21 days. 21 days, just 3 weeks. 7 a.m. Hawaii time. I'll be doing that. I'll be leading yoga, Tantra yoga. So it's a very inner meditative practice that will also strengthen your physical endurance. And it will help equip you from the inside how to deal with this rapidly changing, chaotic world that we're living in. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll have more to share with you next week about other aspects, but for now, really focus on using that power of the new moon to gain clarity on yourself and mainly on your inner world, and let go and open up to what the divine wants you to see, wants you to embody, and wants you to know about your true self and your true potential, which is limitless. Aloha. Much love. Namaste.